be like, people be like,
sorry, I farted.
I think I farted too. How's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today we're from this beautiful world. Cheers and welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Actually, any alcoholic beverage.
One more
Tuesday.
sip.
But not before one more sip. That comes later. But cheesy O's. That's awesome. All right. But welcome to the panel, guys. Let me get your names on here. That's my bad. But we got Bumpy Isms and FLX Beer Reviews. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let me get into this real quick. Oh, I do have your names. Oh, it's because I'm showing the comment. Okay, there we go. All right, Florida Jim. Jim, dude, cheers, man. Good to see you, man. All right, dude. Cool dude right there. All right, so we're gonna do a show and tell first. Anything goes. Mead, cider, liquor. Just no weed. You know, make sure you don't bring weed. And cheese of any kind. So and beer, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and start with we'll start with Bumpy here first, and just do the show and tell. Cheers.
Just getting my cheese out because I knew it was going to be kind of a pain. So this cheese, I can definitely tell you, smells like maple. Whole lot of maple. This is just a maple. And it comes from Dan's neck of the woods in his Yancey fancy backyard.
Oh,
Fancy's maple and bacon, New York cheddar cheese. Yes, loaded with maple. This is what it looks like. Looks like my wife's like Italian mac and cheese when it gets solidified. Her Italian mac and cheese has some type of cheese I can never remember the name of, and prosciutto. It's damn good. So maple and bacon. And I can bring any type of alcohol that I like. I said, well, those sound like things that go well with the bourbon. So from Knob Creek, I got their single barrel reserve. It's 9 years aged. This one comes in at 120 proof. So it is 60% alcohol by volume. It doesn't have any protein or fat in it.
all right.
But yeah, I've already opened this one up, but I will go ahead and pour some real quick. It's got a big cork, but that's fine. It did have a wax top. Oh, don't want to go too deep with that, but yeah, it's got a real nice color, pretty dark, 9 years aged, and high proof. Knob Creek does make a maple. They do make a maple bourbon as well. So this should be.
Oh my God, that sounds good. Actually.
All right. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers, Bumpy. All right. Dan, what you got for us?
Okay, so I have a cheese from maybe Bumpy's neck of the woods. I don't know. So this is open. We had this for Thanksgiving. It was part of a cheese tray that we did. I forgot about it. It was in there. So yeah, I've had a bite of it, but it was with a bunch of other food. Anyways, this is from the Cabot Creamery, and this is their Legacy Collection White Oak Cheddar Cheese. So it is an English style cheddar, surprises with subtle hints of caramel sweetness, is what it says. So
I didn't get that.
Oh,
Could you try again?
Well, that's Siri. Anyways, so I'm gonna pair that up with from the Frequentum Brewing Company, and this is their natural flavors, Concord grape. So this is classified as a sour IPA with Concord grape. So yeah, pour it up and
Nice.
figure this would be good pairing. Grape, wine and cheese, kind of hopeful goodness. I don't see how it would be bad, but hashtag proper glassware. So yeah, it's looking pretty grapey. So
That looks like grape juice. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
so hopefully it goes well
Well,
together.
yeah.
I don't see why this wouldn't go well together, but you never know.
Yeah. All right. Cool, man. Thanks, Dan. That rhymed. Cheers. Let's go ahead and move to Beer Man. That guy. Me, the hairy dude. Florida Jim says, ever hear of a cheese shop in Wisconsin called Mars Cheese Castle? I have been to Madison, Wisconsin, and that is it. So I have not heard of them. All right, I was gonna do a okay, so I'll show you the cheese first. Paid $8.79 for this bag, no tax here in Oregon, but they get you in the end. Yellow cheddar cheese curds. I've never had the yellow cheddar cheese curds. 100% Wisconsin cheese. Speaking of Wisconsin Cheese Company, and they're just a big clump bag of them, and smell really good. So. Kind of looks like a lighter Velveeta cheese. God, I couldn't see it. And then I was gonna go with a red ale with that, but I forgot it was any alcohol. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I may not drink all of this, but just for the sake of pairing it, I have no confidence in this mix, none whatsoever. But fuck it, that's what this is all about. I got Uller Nordic Libation. It's a peppermint cinnamon schnapps liqueur, 45% alcohol by volume. And my boss gave me a bunch of little tinies. She was clearing out her liquor cabinet, getting rid of all the party stuff. And then I got Malibu Caribbean rum with coconut liqueur, 21%. I don't know. Sounds a little foo-foo to me with the little Christmas twist. Just going to add all of it together. And it's going to look like water or vodka. Actually, I think I'm going to not add so much of that other one. That might be gross. But yeah, it just looks like water. Oh, I might have to go get that beer. That's terrible smelling. All right, but I'm gonna do it, and we'll see it. And I'll probably do a beer with this today. I don't know, but I'm cheating. But so let's go ahead and get back to the full review. We'll bring up Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers. Got a little side beer going. Oh, pale ale.
Cool.
Me as well, Jenny Light.
Yeah, that's a harpoon hazy pale. All right. So let's go for the cheese first here. Yeah, like I said, it smells completely like maple syrup, that is. Not like a maple tree. Maybe it's maple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know the bacon's there, but I don't know if I can really smell it or not. Maybe a little bit. Kind of, there's kind of like a bacony. They're both the maple and bacon's usually you can smell bacon anywhere, It's like, oh, there's bacon in here, So the maple's definitely that strong that it's like, am I smelling bacon? Anyways, that's what it smells like. Kind of maple and bacon. Let's eat some. Cheers.
Right on. Cheers. Cheers.
Almost tastes like a waffle with little bits of bacon on it. Or overly drenched pancake. Bacon is very chewy. It's not crisp bacon. There's just a little bit of a kind of cheddar tang to it. Very light. The cheddar doesn't really come through all that much. Maybe just a touch of that kind of champagne type flavor from the New York cheddar. But yeah. They basically nailed a stack of pancakes in cheese form.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna eat. Yeah, eat more cheese. It's addicting. I don't know. I'm gonna drink some of this bourbon now. Gotta get the cheese out of my mouth.
I feel like that's every fat man's curse. The cheese is addicting.
I'm scared to eat my cheese now.
Yeah, this Knob Creek it's very, very barrel forward. Lots of oaky aromas. I get a little bit of that kind of like waffle cone. So it's got that kind of like sweet cookie smell to it a little bit. Vanilla waffle cone cookie. It does have a bit of a burn in the nostrils if you inhale too deep or too long. Or just right. I'd like to say there was more to it. I'm not able to really pick out anything beyond that, though. All right, let's see how it tastes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Once again, very, very woody. This is a big barrel flavored bourbon. It's like all wood up front. It is pretty hot. Lots of warming. Definitely Kentucky hug with this one. It does have that kind of where you have to get through all the wood flavors up front. That kind of vanilla cookie waffle cone flavor comes through. You can tell that it's up there in the ABV. Maybe a slight chocolate. Be a very light kind of a chocolate kind of tone, but kind of getting something like that in there. Yeah, this. I mean, for something that's aged for 9 years, something that's super high in ABV, it's doesn't have like a huge array of stuff going for it. I'm not getting any of the dried fruits or cherry type notes out of it. Not getting leather or anything. It's just barrel vanilla cookie waffle cone. Touch of chocolate. All right, let's see how it pairs with this lovely bacon maple cheese. Let's yep, bacon cheese, yes. Let's go ahead and eat the cheese. Drink the bourbon. Cheesers.
Sure. Yeah. I'll say cheers.
There we go. Yeah. Well, the bourbon definitely like overpowers this cheese. But it does kind of blend well. And that was I took just a little tiny little side and fill my mouth with bourbon on that. But the things that did happen. The cheese got softer and broke down a bit quicker in my mouth. It gave like an extra amount of a vanilla flavor, more like a French vanilla ice cream type flavor note, or Madagascar vanilla bean out of the bourbon. It really enhanced it. Once the bourbon went down, I'm still left with the burn. I'm still left with a lot of woody notes, but then that bacon and the maple comes back. It does mix pretty damn well. Let's go ahead and drink some bourbon and then eat some cheese real quick. I'm pretty sure it's going to take a moment for the cheese to even show up. Bon appetit, cheesers.
Delicious. Cheers.
I feel like you could do a whole nother tasting, like adding water to that because it's higher proof.
I don't dilute my stuff. Actually, the cheese is coming through nice. I think it allows allowing the bacon notes to come through. A little bit of salinity there too. I wasn't even noticing the salt until now. First thing putting the cheese in after drinking some of the bourbon down was I noticed more of that kind of New York cheddar. It kind of had that kind of champagne bite, so slightly fruity and stuff right up front. Then that bacon really shined through, and then the maple's kind of just back in now, just there. It's there, but mixing well with the kind of oakiness and all that. Yeah, this paired I think pretty well overall. So
cool. Good, man. Good job. All right. Well,
I'll put a little bit of water in to make Dan happy.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. I just, for me personally, with like the really high proof stuff, a little drop of water. Once I get towards the end of the drink, I like to see how it changes it.
Yeah. Well, I got more to go then before I put a drop of water in.
What was the proof of that again?
120.
Okay. So that's 50, 60%?
60%.
Yeah, 60%. All right. Cool. All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's move on to Dan. Here we go.
All right. So the cheese, it cut a little crumbly, not completely crumbly, but it definitely left some crumbles in there.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit drier cheese. It smells very nutty and woody. But a bit of like, I don't know if you guys enjoy or like club crackers, the Keebler Elf club crackers.
Yeah, those are good.
It's got that like little buttery kind of essence to it. So that's what I kind of get out of this. Like, I feel like if you paired this with a club cracker, it would be like super overload butter kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now on the package, when I was reading it to you guys, it said caramel sweetness. I mean, I could perceive a little sweetness. I don't think I'd necessarily say caramel off the nose of it, but yeah, it smells very pungent and just kind of sweet and buttery and just savory. So yeah, let's try it out.
Nice. Sweet cheese.
Sounds good.
I hope it's delicious.
And creamy.
It is super creamy. Like it envelops the whole palate, the whole mouth. It's coated. Very, very creamy. It's taking over everything. But there is this dryness there is a woody dryness right on the back end. The nuttiness comes through. That butter, super coming through. I'd almost say like a little almond or like walnut character. That's pretty good. The bite, it's firm enough. It's not super soft. It's firm enough, but it's not like crumbling in my mouth. So, yeah, this is really good. I really enjoy this.
Nice.
So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to the natural flavors. So, Concord grape, the head's kind of died down, but it is super just all sorts of grape. The head is cool because the head's like purplish pink.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes with it. Yeah, it's good. Good nose.
So Welch's.
Anything but Welch's, actually.
Oh, damn.
No, this smells like wine. It smells like a really nice red wine. 100% Concord grape. So I know you guys aren't from here, but we have a local town here. It's pretty famous in the Finger Lakes. It's Naples, New York, where they grow a majority of the grapes in the Finger Lakes for all the wine here. And they have a grape festival every year. Pretty famous. And yeah, this is like Naples in the glass. Like it's 100% like Concord grape. You pick a grape off the vine, it's got the pit in the middle, the little seed, you got to spit it out. It's got that skin. So with the Concord grapes, you got to bite off the skin and pop the grape out of the skin, right?
Oh, wow.
That's what this smells like. I guess maybe you could get a little Welch's, but it's nothing like artificial sweetness to it, artificial flavor. Like, not like popsicles in your fridge, like the Freeze Pops grape. Don't think of that grape. Like fresh wine grapes. That's how it kind of comes off. There might be a slight citrus to it too. Right on the back end. But yeah, grapes dominating. So let's dive in.
Nice. Cheers.
Drinkers.
Cheers.
For the ABV, the body's actually pretty full. I don't think I said the ABV actually. It is 6.3 ABV. It's sweet. It's really sweet. Like that's where the grape juice portion comes in. Like that sweetness you would get from it. Almost think like if you had like a dessert wine before or something of that. That's what it tastes like. It's not like a dry red wine, leaning more like sweet table wine, leading even further into the dessert category. It's got this effervescent kind of pop on the touch of the palate. This is really good. Like if you love grapes, like wine, if you're a wino, I could see somebody going to the brewery and, oh, my wife, she only drinks wine. Pour some of this. She'll sit here and drink this shit all night long. Like, yeah. But I like this. This is very good. Probably one of my top favorite grape beers. Can't say I've had too many, but I've had a great Pilsner from Jenny. That was kind of interesting. Okay.
Well, that's grape, Dan.
That's weird.
All right. So I've been drinking this. Might as well just bite some cheese and see how it follows up.
Sure. Cheesers and cheers again.
Wow. So, newsflash, spoiler, obviously, it pairs very well together, the grape and the cheese. But what's interesting about this is when I ate the cheese, I got all that stuff from the cheese, right? That creaminess and that nutty, woody, aromatic things going down in the back. But that grape from this drink sat right on the back of the palate the whole time. So it's like the front, you get all that nice cheesiness, and the back, you still get kind of the grape character. That's really good. All right, let me eat some cheese and take another sip.
All right.
This cheese is good. It has just a really nice overall complexity to it for being like a supermarket cheese, if you will. All right. It's interesting on the other way around how that sweetness from the grape breaks down through that buttery aspect of that cheese. It's very interesting because it's like you kind of get in the fattiness, right? And then there's this like little acidic pop that leans into this confectionery kind of like grape pie character that cuts through it.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just overall like that's the word I would use. Like there's overall just like texture, like fattiness kind of texture from the cheese going through, and yeah.
Have you ever had a like put a purple or one of those green grapes, the sweet green grapes, on like a little thing of cheddar on like say a wheat thin or a cracker of some kind? Like I can see that with that.
And then
butter.
you just eat it.
And then you just eat it.
Yeah.
But it is good. I like mixing those components.
So in Naples, we have the red grape, right? And then we have the green grape too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Again, those are the ones like you can't think supermarket grapes.
Yeah.
Like they got the bitter skin, and you pop the skin, and the grape pops out. It's got the seed in the middle.
Right.
But yeah, this sweetness almost reminds me of like the supermarket grape, though. One of my favorite grapes, and I call it out. Me and Mike call it out a lot. Is that crossover grape? They call it cotton candy grape.
Yeah, those are so good, dude.
Dude, they're so sweet, though. Oh my god, it makes you. That is the only thing only fruit that makes you feel guilty for eating fruit. You're like, I don't think I should be eating this. It's too sweet. I just like, you know what I mean? It's like it's fruit, but it's like, I'm questioning it. I feel like I'm eating like bad candy or something. You know, I'm like,
Right.
So, anyways,
Good.
Yeah. So that's the pairing.
All right, Dan. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it.
They got those red raspberry grapes too, where they kind of taste like
What?
raspberry a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good too.
Some weird
All right.
crossbreeding going on, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how they did the cotton candy ones, right? Well, that's what you just got done.
Come on, take the cotton candy. Take it.
All right, so I'm gonna get a beer because this is terrible. I'm gonna go with my red ale. It's from Silver City Brewing out of Bremerton, Washington. It's called their Ridgetop Red Ale. It's $3.50 for the can. 6%. Can 522. Kind of old, but
Nice.
yeah, this I don't even want to drink it again. Like it made my throat hurt and my stomach hurt, and it was really sweet, and it tasted like toothpaste with a little like pina colada twist. So let's go ahead and pour this, and we'll do the beer first.
Nice. I'll be right back. I'm just going to add a touch of water to it.
No problem. Looks like a red ale or an amber. A little dirty glass mafia thing going on here. But yeah, that's a real vibrant red. That's like almost as red as my like reddish orange, like my shirt. It's like a almost brick red or something. I don't know. It's weird. In different lights, it's darker, but in the right light, it's got a really nice piercing redness to it, or like brick red or something. But nice medium, well, actually fast rising poppy bubbles. It's pretty effervescent inside there. Off white tan khaki head. There's a little bit of residue on the. What the fuck is that? Kind of a sudsy, malty, beefy looking head, and it's already sticking to the sides. On the nose, I'm getting slight red apple. Not a slight, like red apple, with a little bit of like sour, like sweet and sour edge to it. And then you're getting a nice little malty, like bready toast. It's kind of sweet and candy-like, smelling anyway, from that apple. Apple's the big one in this. Little caramel, but not much. Very light on that. Looks like it has a lot of caramel in it. But anyway, let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good. Yeah, it tastes like a red apple, a red sweet apple that's just getting ripe or just getting ready to eat. So it's still got a little bit of that sour kind of thing there. The sour kind of hits you in the middle of the tongue and palate. On the front, you're getting the sweet, and on the back, you're getting kind of this drying finish. And it kind of resides. The apple kind of goes all the way back the tongue, down my little waterfall here, and it's nice. It kind of tastes like the apple peel is in this too. The body is medium, almost medium light, but medium at the lower of medium. And mouthfeel is kind of zesty, kind of charging with that effervescence of poppiness from the carbonation. I almost took it down my nose like a straw. I forgot I was drinking it. Let's take it down.
Take it down your nose.
It's good. It's got a lot of carbonation, which is nice for this. Just for the flavors I'm getting, it's really popping out all the flavors and stuff really nice. The hops are kind of muted, but they didn't say it was a red IPA, so that's probably more on the lines of like a American Red or something like that. Just a red ale, imagine, or an amber. More of a robust. It seems like it's more of a robust like amber or something, but we're like in that. I mean, it's the same thing. So I don't know. I guess you can call it an amber or red. What is Fat Tire, the original amber? What is that? 5.2. That was 5.2%. That's right. So the cheese here is the Wisconsin Cheese Company's Yellow Cheddar Curds. I got this over at the hippie shop down in Cannon Beach. The fresh foods place. But yeah, kind of the squeaky cheese, but it's yellow. They put dye in it. I was reading what they did. It's not I knew they put dye in this to make the cheddar yellow. I just wanted to see what the ingredients said. But one of the ingredients was dye and some other shit. But
They were all in love with dye, and they were doing it in Texas.
Diarrhea. All right, so you got cheddar here. It's definitely cheddar on the nose. It's got that just that milky, salty, medium cheddar, or it's the soft cheddar, I guess. Yeah, it's really it. Just smells like a salty cow milk cheese. It's squeaky though, soft. It's probably like you can probably squeeze it into things and make stuff, clay figures. But let's go ahead and eat it. Cheers. Cheers.
Jesus.
Oh, it's kind of like Velveeta, but more squeakier and more firm. It's better than Velveeta. Or like those square pieces that you buy for like your kids' sandwiches for their school lunch or whatever. The cheese slices. It's what it kind of tastes like, but better. It tastes more crafty. Kind of like a craft beer compared to like, a macro or something. It's just got that feel. Like they put some heart into it. It's good. Salty, milky. Just makes you kind of want something wet to wash it down, to mix with it. This is going to go really good with this. I have a good feeling about it. Let's have another one. Do the cheese before the beer. It like burns my tongue. It's like acidic. It's got like an acidity to the cheese and a very nice saltiness. So I need something to like get over my tongue quick before it burns my tongue away. What did you put in this cheese? Wisconsin Cheese Company?
Well, that was the batch that got the chemicals.
That's the dye. I'm allergic to dye. It's really good. That apple goes really nice with. It's the sweetness of the beer that goes really nice with the saltiness of the cheese. It's like eating a pepperoni pizza or something like that with an IPA, like a nice. You know what I found really good lately is having it's off topic, but I was having a supreme. Well, let's just go with a pepperoni pizza. Been eating some. Bumpy's been doing you've been doing those for a while, the frozen pizzas reviews. So I've been buying some lately too. What's that?
I said, and I've only gained 4 pounds.
We got our oven fixed, our element, so I've been able to cook pizzas finally. And what's really good is mixing a New England IPA, like a nice low IBU, sweeter side, kind of double maybe, or even like a 7.2 or something like that in that range. Really good with pizza for some reason. It's the sweet with the salty, and that's kind of where this is. The caramels kind of pop on the beer a little bit. The apple kind of goes up more too, but blends into the saltiness. The apple, it's more like an apple sweetness with that caramel apple kind of thing. And then you're getting that bready undertone, kind of a toasty bread undertone. And then just a nice wet feel on the mouth. So with the cheese going all over my tongue, I want something wet, kind of wash it down. It's perfect with all the flavors, sweetness, salty. It's really nice. Let's do beer before cheese.
Cheese.
Oh. I don't like that. I mean, it's good, but I just want to have more beer. Cheese before beer for sure. So I just want to have more to drink. That's acid cheese, man. Fuck, you gotta drink a beer quick to get that off your tongue. All right. Well, thanks for giving me acid. I'm gonna dose well tonight. I hope I trip. All right. Let's go ahead and get back to Bumpy and get his last thoughts. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers. This cheese is crack.
It's crack.
It's not like a cheese I'd like to buy all the time, because The gripe I have is like the cheese itself doesn't really shine through all that much. But it is delicious. If you like pancakes, loaded
Sure
with
do.
maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, butter. There is a buttery aspect to this cheese. Bacon. Yeah. I don't know. I guess for what this cheese is, I would throw it in the excellent range anyways. My little gripes of I wish that New York cheddar I wish that kind of was a bit stronger. I wish there was kind of a little bit of a balancing act, I guess, with the maple. The bacon's fine.
Yeah.
But I think that the maple's maybe just a bit too strong on it. So still, like, I'd throw it like, yeah, bottom end excellent anyways. The cheese. The Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve, I did add some water to it. It kind of has the same flavor notes, just kind of allows more of that kind of vanilla cookie. It kind of just it dilutes a little bit more of the barrel. It allows like more of the vanilla cookie, the sweeter side to kind of come out a little bit more. And it's a little less heaty, just a touch less of a alcohol astringency on the palate. I don't even remember what I paid for this Knob Creek. I think it was around $60.
60.
I'll look it up. Okay, I don't remember.
I think it is because I just got.
I don't know. It's definitely not one of my favorite high proof bourbons. Like I had that Charles Goodnight, which was like 115 proof. And that was phenomenal with the amount of flavors and stuff that were just coming through with that. The one problem with the Charles Goodnight was I'd have a good night. And like I didn't even have to drink like a whole hell of a lot of it. I mean, I was drinking other bourbon stuff too, but it always seemed every single time I would be like, okay, I'm gonna have some of my Charles Goodnight. I'd wake up the next day with a major hangover. So yeah. So I don't know if it seemed to almost be just with that one bourbon, because when I didn't drink it, or I don't even have any more, it's been a few weeks. I haven't had any bad mornings. But
What Knob Creek is that again? Is that the small batch?
Single Barrel Reserve.
Single Barrel Reserve. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd put it in like the
60.
I'd probably be like bottom end very good on it. Out of my scoring thing, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that 100 thing that Tanner's doing. Yeah, I'd say bottom end very good. On my beer scale and cheese scale apparently too. And yeah, there's definitely better high proof bourbons out there, I feel. But I like I said, I don't even know what the price was. So maybe price wise, maybe this is like, hey, for this amount versus paying like $100 for something that's like this. And obviously I said the pairing went pretty well. Either eating the cheese first and then drinking just a little swig of the bourbon. That worked in its own way. The best was definitely having a slice of cheese after taking a swig of the bourbon. It just seemed to just really make things pop out of the cheese, and it kind of covered up some of the burn and stuff that was coming from the bourbon as well.
Right.
But that's it. Now I'm just going to look up the Knob Creek.
Yeah, I saw
and see what the hell
59. $59.95 here for that. So
Yeah, so it's like I
probably-
said, I probably paid around $60 for it.
yeah, right.
Knobbers.
Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. All right. So we're gonna get Dan up here next. All right.
All right. Just to kind of continue off of Bumpy's thing real quick. I found in my small journey with bourbon, I tend not to like Jim Beam products that much. And Knob Creek is a Jim Beam product. For whatever reason, I don't know, it comes off very woody to me. And I just, it doesn't mesh well with my
It was very woody, very barrel forward. Yes,
Yeah.
$60, $59.99.
Okay.
But yeah, I've started realizing like what distilleries, I kind of like their overall flavor profile, and I like Wild Turkey's flavor profile of their products a lot more, like the Russells, and it's just very bakery forward. So I can see what you're saying about the Knob Creek, but anyways, by the way, Russell store picks, their single barrels, those are fucking bananas. They're great. Getting back to my pairing here, it meshes well. I like, it's just wine and cheese basically, except in beer form. But this does bring more than just the wine character, right? There's a sweetness. There's kind of this kind of full, kind of like bubbly thing going on with a bit of citrus from the base IPA going on. Natural flavors, just an outstanding series, because it's like the hybrid of, it's not that heavily fruited sour that gets sickly sweet and just too much, where there is a nice base to it and it's very drinkable. The grape is just fantastic. The cheese itself, I think I've been chewing on it while you guys have been talking, and I think I definitely enjoy cheese before this and this to wash it down, rather than taking a sip of this and the cheese. Not that way brings out something I don't like in the cheese, but I just find it more satiable when you eat the cheese and then wash it down with that kind of sweet grape to kind of rock it through. Would I buy this cheese again? 100%. It's a fantastic thing. And Beer Man, you brought up a note in your cheese. I didn't even think about it. There is a kind of saltiness with this cheese, which I enjoy. So, but yeah, just overwhelming, just creamy, buttery, nutty things going on with this. So, yeah, the beer itself, this is one of my favorite natural flavors. This is like top notch for me. Like out of 5, this is probably a 4.5 out of 5. Like this is, I don't even really drink like fruited beers or sours that much. But if I had to pick one, like when this releases, I want to go buy 2 4-packs of this stuff just to stash it. That's how much I like it.
Nice.
The beer and cheese together, I think it's a 5. I think it's a 5 all day. I think it's a perfect pairing. I mean, there's a reason why when you go to a winery and stuff, they bring out all the cheeses and shit. It just goes well. It's like, I don't know, nature said, let's do this. And, so
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Cool. Awesome, man. Both of you guys have some good stuff there tonight. Good. All right. Well, thanks, Dan. Hey, it's me again. Everyone run. Yeah, so let me get to the right beer here. Yeah, this amber, or I guess I could call it an amber. This red ale, 6% apple forward, sweet, little caramel, little toasty kind of breadiness. Very good. Nice body, nice mouthfeel, nice finish, nice and wet and sweet, but dry enough to not be cloying, and just very good. No alcohol, and it's survived since May, so end of May, I think. Yeah, end of May. Still not too old. I would give this beer. I mean, honestly, I do like the original Fat Tire, and I brought that up before. But talking about that, I think it's because I think they add a little like chocolate malt to it or something for color, but you do get like that nutty kind of thing in that. And I always liked kind of that little like nutty biscuit side of that fat tire. Um, Same with like Newcastle's brown ale, the original one. That was really good. The new one's good too. The new one they did, the American Brown, it's not bad. It's pretty
Dude,
good.
I used to drink the shit out of that. The
Oh,
brown ale.
yeah, low ABV, dude. It's so crushable. Pub beer, good beer to drink at a concert or wherever the hell you are out, in the public. But no, this is this is a good one. It's 6%. Um, I'd say it's right at the cusp of the higher end of the style, and I mean it's proven to be pretty good. So I'd give it I'd probably give this like out of 100, go like I'd just go. I'll stick it on the 90, 89, 90, kind of in that little range. Uh, Maybe lower end of excellent, but still a very damn fantastic fucking red ale. So there you go. The cheese, the cheese, the cheese is good. It's really good. These are good. The curds, should I say? You do have to break them apart, so they did kind of stick together. But they come apart pretty easy. But that doesn't matter. It's how they taste and how they how you react to it. And I just thought it was a little too acidic. There was some kind of like really really high hardcore salty acidity to this. But then, and my tongue still burns from it. It's still kind of like sensitive. So that's kind of deducting some points from the cheese curds. But overall, I mean, it just tastes like Velveeta cheese. It's not the greatest choice, but and I'll get into it, but it did go good with the beer. The cheese curds, though, these yellow cheddar cheese curds, I will give them an 82 out of 100. It's just not the greatest, maybe 85. I'll cut them some slack. I'll give them 85. It's just that acid bite is really not feeling good right now. It's almost like someone diarrheaed on my tongue. Yeah, like real nice, like you lick diarrhea. Okay, so cheese before beer, pairing was the best thing to do. Beer before cheese, you just wanted to drink the beer again to wash down the salty acid, the battery acid. So that's what it feels like. Battery acid on my tongue. It really does. I'm not overdoing it. But very good. Cheese before beer was like an excellent pick on this. I would want to get something that didn't have the acid bite and get the same kind of thing, but maybe a nice, well, of course, a cheddar would go really, I think a cheddar or even a Gouda would go really good with this. Or a Gruyere or Gruyere, however you say that. Don't be gay. Yeah, I think that'd go really good. Anything salty with this sweet of a beer would go really nice. So I'd give the pairing probably like I'll go like 90, even a little higher if I don't know. We'll stick it at 90, but good stuff for the pairing. Not for you, the cheese. Not for you. Not for you. Fuck you. Okay.
Bad cheese.
Bad cheese. Spank that later. I mean, I'm gonna spank this. Spank. It's like a diaper. All right. So let's get out of this picture quick before it's too late. And we're live. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do since just us three, just go ahead and do some shout outs like we normally do. Let me get this banner off of here and go for it, Bumpy. Cheers.
Who to shout out? Oh, well, I mean, I'll shout out a couple people. First off, I'll start off with John and Nelly, Georgia Beer Reviews. Check him out if you haven't been watching his stuff. He still puts out content. He does some lives sometimes. He's done some lives with me. So give him a look if you haven't in a while. Also, Pat's Beer Garage. He puts out good content, and he's super low on subscribers, and he just does, I think, a really good job with his descriptions of the beers, his demeanor. He's kind of funny, and I think he does good editing as well. And he keeps his stuff kind of, just entertaining, much like FLX. I mean, they're very entertaining, so it keeps you drawn in. It's almost like watching a little cartoon or something, I guess, of sorts. A short cartoon. So yeah, Pat's Garage, Pat's Beer Garage. On my channel, I got my beer reviews. Speaking of, I don't have one for tomorrow, so I have to do some editing tonight to get one out for tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I drop my beer reviews. Tuesdays are when I drop my frozen pizza reviews, which I had one drop today. It was Beerman watched it. It was California Pizza Kitchen. Their barbecue chicken one.
It looked good.
I'm not a big fan of chicken on pizza, but that was actually pretty decent. And then I haven't been putting any shorts out lately, but been trying to put shorts out of the dogs doing hopefully funny things. Could have got them all in the fight tonight. It was bad.
What?
Sadie made Kobe bleed. She's a little yatch.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez. You go, girl.
She's getting fixed tomorrow.
Oh, good though. That's good.
If that doesn't change her attitude, she's out of here.
We gotta get our dog fixed too, dude. He's crazy.
But yeah, that's that.
Cool, man. Thanks, Bumpy. All right, dude. And the other dude, Mr. Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. Cheers.
That pizza you had today, I liked how you could actually distinguish the ingredients on it. Like they're prominent. Like it looked like a very delicious pizza.
Yeah.
It did.
I almost went to Walmart to buy this on bitch today. So I was like,
I want to get one.
So yeah. You know what? I'll shout out John and Ellie too, because during his Bourbon County review with you, he went out of his way to say he wasn't starting shit with me by me saying Bourbon County was a little bit lackluster comparatively to last year. But no, it's a good review. I liked your guys' conversation on that aspect. Joe Sangala, Joe's Arcade, just released his review of that same beer today as well. So that's a good watch. Shout out for him. For our channel, I'll tell you what. If you're a fan of the movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman and Cuba Gooding Jr. and are curious about bacteria and monkeys, you should watch our latest review of Common Roots, Tasteful Deception, Strawberry and Guava Sour Ale.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you where the tie-in is, but if you watch it, you'll find out.
You say bacteria and cookies?
Bacteria and the movie Outbreak with Cuba Gooding Jr. and monkeys. Bacteria
Oh,
and
monkeys, not cookies. Okay.
Monkeys,
You kind of on my end, you were kind of starting to like break up a little bit.
So
I
the movie Outbreak with Cuba Gooding Jr., Dustin Hoffman, and Rene Russo, where the monkey is the carrier of the virus.
Yeah.
He's the cousin of Dunstan. Chuck checks in, by the way.
The monkey is?
Yeah, fun fact. So yeah, I don't know. It made for a fun review. It's so yeah. I enjoyed that review immensely. That beer comes courtesy of Jordan over at Keep It Funky and Dank Beer Reviews.
Oh, cool, man.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yep. Today is my last day. I go back to work tomorrow, back on the normal grind. So I figured let's take the last night, show up on a panel of Beer Man's channel because I never really get to participate. So it was fun. Thank you for having me. And always cool to share some cheese with you, gentlemen. So
Nice,
cheers.
dude. Yeah, cheers. Sorry to mention
It's always
diarrhea,
good to
like
have somebody
all
else.
that shit.
It's battery acid diarrhea on my tongue.
Here, last night before you go to work, you get great dreams tonight from Beer Man's Word. Shit, forgot what I was thinking, dude. Oh well. All right, so two people that I'll shout out is I've shouted these guys out before, but I can't think of who to shout out. So, Bobby from New Jersey's come back out of the fog, and he's been doing some stuff. He's been around for quite a long time, 11,000 subscribers, but since he's come back after a long rest, I'm sure he could use a helping hand, and go check him out. He's a brewer, knows a lot of shit. I think Bumpy said you learned some stuff from him. I know I have as well.
Yeah.
So very knowledgeable brewer, home brewer. I don't know if he was professional or whatever, but he also makes a lot of stuff too. He's a MacGyver with a lot of things he's put together. I think he actually taught me. I learned how to make silver solder some things into a keg, and did that before I got these kettles, and it worked, but I got a little leak. But that's kind of the things he likes to do. But his last thing he did was I mentioned this as well, but do it again. He did like a trube experiment. So he brewed like 4 different types of some beer, this or that. You'll see it if you go to his channel. But if you're a nerd, go check out his stuff. Brew Hardware is one he likes. I think that's who he works for, or is sponsored with, or whatever. That's right. And then the Oyster Boys Brewing Company, and they've got 1.87 subscribers, 153 videos. Last thing they did was Evian Stefaner, trying to make Evian Stefaner again. So that's kind of cool. And that, I'm sure that's got to be, to make it correctly, like that beer. I mean, that would be kind of a fun experiment, even for a project for myself. So I wouldn't mind taking a beer that like say Budweiser, and just try to make a clone of Budweiser, because that's said to be a very hard one to clone. So I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to do something like that. Other than that, as far as my channel goes, just the 2 channels. Next week will be regular beer and cheese for the next month, up to we do it every second week of the month. We'll do any alcoholic beverage and cheese. So this is the second week. Beer and cheese, and then at 5:30, 8:30 Eastern, and then tomorrow's show all spun out every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. Anyone can come to that and just bring whatever beer you want at first, and you'll get a few adjectives thrown your way from a wheel we spin at the end of the show. We guess the ABV. You get a winner at the end of the month, and I'll send you out a little prize, whether it be my home brew, some local brews, shirt, whatever the fuck I feel like sending you, a glass. I don't know, something. Tanner's won the last 2 months, so good job, Tanner. I just sent him something. He'll get it Friday.
That's why he's no longer any of our friends.
So I'm brewing a cream ale, a 7-gallon batch cream ale Thursday. It's my first cream ever. It was from my my spin wheel. I do a wheel of styles every so often on a Sunday. So if you feel like tuning in on that, I build the recipe after so I'll roll 3 different styles. I'll put the 3 into a wheel and roll that, and that's the one that I get. I had 2 cream ales, and this last Sunday I did one. I did a live, and had 2 cream ales and a ordinary bitter. So I was like, fuck doing the 3 in a wheel, because I don't want a cream ale. I'm doing the ordinary bitter. So I'll be doing a cream ale next Thursday, and then the next Thursday after that, possibly, or the week after.
Can't you do like just take the 2 cream ales and make it an imperial cream ale?
I guess you could. Could do that. Nice 7.5% cream.
High gravity cream ale. There you go.
Yeah. But I'm doing an ordinary bitter. So we're doing the cream ale, and then maybe if I get the ingredients, I'll do it the week after on Thursday, and then we'll do a rye IPA after the cream, and then we'll do the ordinary bitter after that. And then I'm gonna wait till I do all these beers first before I roll again, because I'm starting to get I can't keep rolling every Sunday. But yeah, so just look out for that and all my other quirky events and stuff, shorts, anything I put up. That's all I do. I'm just been haven't been doing a whole lot of beer reviews lately. I probably should, but I do have some of my homebrew reviews of the spin wheel ones I've done. So check that out. Okay, sorry that took forever. But cheers, everyone. Buddy, Cheryl, cheers, Cheryl. Good to see you. Sorry, I had my eyes. I didn't see you. I was looking at something else. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, Bumpyisms and FLX Beer Reviews. Cheers, guys. And cheers to the community as well for tuning in and saying hello. We appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to these guys, please do it. Myself as well. Fucking great looking beer, dude. Ice man, dude. It's all like Arabic.
23 till infinity. It's Modest Man and the hell's the one with the barreled souls, I think. Yeah, Barreled Souls Brewing.
I never heard of them.
They're out of like Portland, Maine. 23 to infinity. And it's got all these like novel, like in here, it's a bunch of novels. It's like the Secret Garden and stuff like that. I was like, it's like all fine. It's like very small, so it's hard to see. But yeah, it says like Secret Garden, and then it has like the scripture of the different books.
Crazy. That's really crazy. Where's the other company from? Where's the the one that they the other company?
Barreled Souls. Yeah, they're out of Portland, South Portland.
Oh, okay. All right, nice.
And then Modest Man is Keene, New Hampshire, and then they also have their second brewery in South Portland.
Oh, good old Keene, the town of yield signs.
Is that north?
Yield, something like that, right?
Is it up by Schilling or south?
It's further than Schilling. North.
Further north than Schilling. Wow.
It's like a 20-minute drive from Vermont when you get to Keene.
Holy crap, dude. All right. I didn't know it went up further. Jeez. Those White Mountains are beautiful. All right. So we're going to end it, guys. Thank you so much. Panel, you guys rock. Oh, yeah. Cheers to everyone. Cheers, Cheryl, just popped in, and everyone else in the community. We're going to get out of here. Cheers. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful freaking world, man. It's kind of beautiful. It is. Trust me. Cheers. Then out after one more sip.
Cheerios.
I love beer. I love beer. Cheers. Cheers.